Hey, I'm not really talking about nothing. I want to like find somewhere to sit like that. Yeah, this is my room. Y'all done seen my room before. This has become very therapeutic for me. Like, I know this is gonna end up being my full-time job. I know it is. I just know it is. I know it is. Like, there's nothing else that I meant to do but to speak to you guys. But I think people need to find ways to be comfortable with whatever it is that they're going through. Like, you're in an uncomfortable situation, and that is okay. Embrace that. Use that as fuel, you know? Like, I used to have... Excuse me. Don't ask me why I'm yawning, because I'm not even tired. But I used to have this mindset where I was just like, if I work really hard at this one thing, then I can just do that. And I'm starting to realize that I am meant to move around. Like, I'm not meant to be in one spot for a really long time, because it starts to deteriorate my mental well-being. Like, I don't know. Like, I try to be still, and I think stillness is a really good thing to practice, just because everything is loud, and as somebody that gets overstimulated, I personally need that stillness at times. Excuse me. But I recognize that I just need to move around. Like, I can't be, like, repetitiveness gets on my nerves. It does. It really badly, it does. I do not enjoy it. And that's okay. I'm not saying that that's the case for everybody. If you enjoy repetitiveness, if you enjoy doing the same things over and over and over again, by all means, do that. But me personally, because I have like a creative spirit, so I'm constantly, like, ideas are constantly flowing in and out of me, and I can't really focus on that if I'm stuck in one spot, if that makes sense. That's why this is very therapeutic for me, because I can just pick up the camera and talk, like, and I could talk about whatever I want to talk about. I don't have to stick to a certain topic. I don't have to find a certain audience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can just be myself and do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to sit here and be like, like, who's gonna watch my video? How do I get all the viewers? How do I find my niche? My niche is me. I am my own niche. Me being myself is the niche. And I think a lot of content creators push that, like, you need to find your niche. No, bitch, you need to do what makes you happy. Like, I get it. There's a lot that comes into being a content creator. You gotta... Oh, sorry. But I get it. There's a lot to being a content creator. You gotta, you know, figure out the algorithm. You gotta... There's a lot with being a creator and a content creator, which is fine. But it's like, for me, I will never, ever, ever beat myself up trying to follow this ever-changing algorithm, ever-changing trends. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do exactly what I feel happy doing. You know? Like, I just don't... I think the pressure of always being new and fresh and this and that and this and that deters a lot of people from actually picking up the camera and just doing this. Like, just do it. Like, I'm already doing it. I'm doing exactly what I want to do right now in live action. You see how easy it is? Like, I'm not saying that it's easy. Like, you know, I don't have a million trillion followers, but that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I want to be able to connect with everyone around the world and create a community where we all have a safe space and relate, you know? Like, I think that's where a lot of people trip up, is because instead of doing the things that actually make them happy, they do it for money, and you're gonna end up in a really unhappy spot. And I can say that because I have experience. Like, you know, like, there have been times where I wanted to invest in this, but I feel like I couldn't because it didn't line up to the societal standards of where I should be at. You know, like, oh, you need to be saving up for a house, you need to be saving up for this, you need to be saving up for that. And in the grand scheme of things, that is correct. I should be doing that, but I also should be able to, you know, invest in what I actually like to do, you know. And I'm not saying that I'm not grateful, because I definitely am grateful. I'm grateful for the job that I currently have. I'm grateful for having this platform to make these videos. I'm grateful for the people that watch them. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be breathing. But, you know, it does get to be a lot sometimes when you feel like you have to be geared towards a certain standard. And you don't. You really don't. Like, nobody is going to be living this life but you. Like, you have to do exactly what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you can't ask for advice from the people that you love around you, but at the end of the day, you know exactly what you want to do. You know exactly what you want to do. And even if you don't, that is okay. You'll figure it out. Again, I made a video about being confused. If you're not confused, then you know what I mean? Like, if you have it figured out, cool, but don't pretend to have it figured out if you don't, because you're only hurting yourself. If you're confused, be confused. If you know what you want to do, then embrace that. You know, do that. But don't pretend. Don't be a faker. Just embrace the confusion. That's the best thing that's ever happened to me, for real. Like, once I realized that I was faking having it together, it was just like a weight was lifted off of me, because I'm sitting here trying to impress all these people around me, and I'm making myself unhappy. No, I'm not doing that no more. You can't please everybody. And as a people pleaser, that is me, I realized that you cannot make everybody happy. It would be cool if you could, but you can't. You gotta live for yourself. And in turn, that's gonna make some people upset. And if they love you, they'll come around. They'll accept it. If they don't, then let them go. Shit. But you gotta start living for you. No matter how uncomfortable it may feel or how confused you may be, you just gotta keep going, because you are close to a breakthrough. No matter how far away you may feel from it, you are very close to one. And if you give up now, then you'll never know how close you were. That's what I have to keep telling myself. You know, that's why I'm telling you guys, because There are days where I'm just like, man, fuck this. Like, I don't want to do this. But I know that my breakthrough is coming. And I'm going to be really upset if I give up and then I see what my breakthrough could have been. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Like, you know, I don't really be having like too much to say. I be trying to, I don't know, I don't try to sound smart. I just try to give you guys a sense of relief, because I know that there are a lot of people that feel the same way that I do, and we are overthinkers, self-sabotagers, procrastinators. Yeah, we are. It's okay to admit it. It's okay. It's okay. You gotta do that shadow work, babe. You have to. It's okay. It is okay. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying you gotta acknowledge those things that you so desperately want to ignore because you put a bad connotation on them, or society's put a bad connotation on them. Those are not bad things. Those are what makes us human. And we take those habits. Oh, I'm ashy. But we take those bad habits, right? We figure out the root cause of those habits, and then we figure out how to better those habits. So if you are a procrastinator, figure out why you're a procrastinator. Are you procrastinating because you're giving yourself too much to do? Have you ever thought of that? I bet you didn't. Lessen the list. If you gotta wash clothes, wash your car, cut the grass, do the dishes, clean the bathroom, take some of that stuff off of the list. You have 5 things to do. Now do 2. Pick out what is the most important to you. You know? Yes? You studying? No. I'm making a video. But pick out what is the most important thing to you. If cleaning the kitchen and washing your clothes are the most important things to you right now, because that's going to affect how the rest of your week looks, then do those 2 things. And then when you have some time, finish off the rest of the list. And you don't have to knock them all out the next day. If you only have the energy to cut the grass the next day, then cut the grass. And then the day after that, if you need to, whatever I said on the list, do it like that and do it like that, then boom, your list has been completed. You just have to break it up, you know? Stop trying to do everything in one day. You have infinitely many days, you know? So that's what that's just my advice. I mean, you don't gotta listen to me. I'm not trying to like force you guys to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to force y'all to do anything. I'm just trying to give y'all a different way to look at things, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go now. That's my little thing to say today. But I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share, notification bell, do the whole 9 yards, because I want to leave my 9 to 5 for realsies. All right.